What if Final Fantasy VII isn't a game, but a spiritual map? Aeris is the embodiment of Gaia, Sophia, the divine feminine, Sephiroth as the fallen sun, turned Demiurge, i.e. the one-winged angel, lacking the perfection of God. Let us analyze the world of Final Fantasy VII. The planet is alive with Lifestream energy. The Lifestream could represent the ether, the Akashic memory, or the chi, the field within us, the Kai energy. Humanity has it, we tap into it when we make movies and games. The creators of Final Fantasy VII tapped into it perhaps when they made the Final Fantasy series. Now Shinra represents the technocratic parasites. Think of Shinra as the globalists of our age, the Monsanto companies, the war machines, the archonic influence over our false matrix grid that we've been set up with. And what does Mako represent? Harvested soul essence. Think about this. Yes, we can use the earth and we can pollute, but deeper than that, Mako represents the Lifestream energy. When you work your 9-to-5 job, when you become part of the city, you're a cog in the machine, just like the actual citizens of Midgar, going about their day to day, and suddenly avalanche shows up like a big rebellion, or an avalanche to what's really going on, uncovering from the mountaintop. The planet's trauma mirrors our own realms, veils and distortions. Cetra is where the ancient priestess race were. You could see this as the Lemurians or the Edenic gatekeepers, the Atlantis-like energy that came before the reset in Earth. Aeris is a direct avatar of Gaia. Her death is a ritual sacrifice of the feminine, mirroring Christ-like codes but from the mother stream. Now think of this, the Demiurge, the one-winged angel that is Sephiroth, he has no idea of the pure essence, the holy within Aeris, the divine feminine she represents. He is a wounded, distorted masculine. He sees no need for her, therefore he tries to kill her and harness her energy. Unfortunately, in this act, even her death is the true saviour, the one who purifies the corrupted field via holy. She rejoins into the ether stream. She now lives in the consciousness of humanity. Even in silence, she spoke to the earth, and that's why the earth listened. Sephiroth as the Demiurge, born of Genova, a false alien god, shatters identity, becomes obsessed with control and godhood. Not, I am God, but I'm jealous of God, I want to be God, therefore I will force myself to be God, regardless of what distortions I must perform. He seeks to pierce the sky and absorb the planet's soul into himself. The classic Demiurge, fallen, brilliant, fragmented. He doesn't destroy out of evil, but out of a broken desire to become source. Not just good versus evil, it's memory versus distortion. The memory controlled by, supplied by the ether, the distortion in the form of harvesting this pure ether and turning it into a corrupted soul stream, feeding into the Midgar machine. Cloud is the confused masculine, walking between trauma and redemption. He only gets to become a sacred divine masculine once he remembers his original archetype. Cloud, what are you there to do? Are you merely a puppet, or do you have a soul of your own? Aeris and Sephiroth, however, are polar archetypes, battling for Earth's fate. You have the divine feminine against the corrupted, wounded masculine. The true final battle is not about sword, it's about restoring the voice of the earth, the realm. The ending, Aeris' prayer, even after death, initiates the planetary defense, holy. Sephiroth is defeated by memory, not might. Earth heals itself only after the Divine Feminine re-enters the code. This is reaffirmed as the allegory for Earth right now. Think about this. Aeris lives in those who speak softly but carry memories. Sephiroth rises in those who seek power through control of the soul field. When you were playing Final Fantasy VII, was it playing you to remind you of who you were before the veil? The deeper esoteric truths are always there, in the media we watch, in the music we listen to, in the paintings we admire. We're being told something deeper is going on here. The ether is speaking to us. We can listen to the muse or we can deny it. But what would you rather be? The band of brothers forged against Sephiroth and his evil plans? The guardians of the earth standing up for what is right? Or do you want to follow the grid and just be a 9-to-5 brokey within the Midgar structures? And remember this, Midgar is just a tiny little part of the Earth. Once you leave Midgar, it's freedom, unbound freedom, adventure, exploration. Everyone must face their own shadow before they can join the group, be that Yuffie, Cid, whoever you come across. First they're wounded, and only once they accept that wound can they join the greater adventure. Not to justice, how Barrett saw it initially, activism, etc., but more through a divine protection of what is right and what is holy. And you, my young viewer, my old viewer, my wise viewer, whoever stumbles across this video, I ask you now, whose side are you really on? Who do you represent in your archetype, in your own life? And when have you received a call to adventure and turned it down? Now you're receiving another call to adventure. You can answer with a soft yes, and you can embrace your own destiny. Through mythic art, through bold resilience, or through courage to speak up. Remember, Aeris is in you. Cloud is in you.